Alright guys, this is Videogamelover58 here, and welcome to my review of Donkey Kong King of Swing. This game was developed by Payon and published by Nintendo. This game came out in September of 2005 in the US. Basically what this game is about is there is a Jungle Jam tournament being held, and King K. Rool steals all the competitive medals. So, you play as Donkey Kong, obviously, and you have to get back all the medals. While King K. Rool is trying to act like he's first place, and he is the jungle hero. Okay, so right off the bat, one thing you may notice about this game, the art style. The art style is a major departure of the Donkey Kong Country art style that you're normally familiar with. The Donkey Kong Country art style had, pre-rendered graphics. But this game has more of a cartoony art style, and it does take a while for you to get used to the art style. Not many people dig the art style. I don't think it's bad, but I can see why some people wouldn't like it. And although the graphics are very colorful in this game, the art style does take some time to get used to. So now onto the gameplay. The gameplay is the most different thing for Donkey Kong. So as you know, Donkey Kong is typically a platformer. Well, here we have a puzzle game. What do you use? Is you have to use the L and R buttons to control Donkey Kong. It takes some time to get used to. Basically, Donkey Kong is climbing on these pegs, and you have to, make sure you climb up or else you'll fall down. You only have 3 hearts. You lose all 3 hearts, you have to start the level all over again. You have infinite continues, and you do have abilities to regenerate health. That's if you have 10 bananas. If you have 20 bananas, you could have a special, a invincibility move for a couple seconds, and you could move faster, jump faster, and kill enemies in one hit. So the gameplay does take some time to get used to because it can get a little bit frustrating controlling Donkey Kong because of how I would say that it's slippery, but it's very easy to fall down and start back to where you were. So the object of this game is not only to complete the levels, but also to collect some of these crystal things, crystal coconuts, and to collect the medals. Now, since this was the first level, there was no medal. But in every level, there is going to be a medal for you to collect. You don't necessarily need to collect the medals. You are penalized by doing it, but if you want 100%, you have to collect the medals. So, another good thing, one thing I like about this game, there are some music pieces from Donkey Kong Country. Not much, but there are some music pieces from Donkey Kong Country. As you can hear, this song sounds like Stage 1 from Donkey Kong Country. But it has its own twist to it. So as far as original music goes, the original music is pretty good. There is one track that plays in a cave level that's in World 1, and it's really, really catchy. It almost reminds me of Cheese Land from Mario Kart Super Circuit. And just like Donkey Kong Country game, this game also has bonus rooms for you to go to get more bananas and things like that. So here's an example of one of the bonus rooms. And all you can do is just collect bananas, which are really good. And it's a good thing to grind some bananas, because let me tell you something, the later levels get pretty damn annoying. Right over here is an example of the medals I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I just took a big fail and fell down. So, the next thing I want to talk about is this game expensive? No, this game is not really expensive. I recently just paid a copy of mine for only $6.85. And it's a pretty common game. I see this game for a couple of dollars, so it's not a rare game at all. Now, one thing I will say is this game is very, very, very short. Although there are 5 worlds in this game is only an hour and a half long. You can actually beat this game pretty quickly, especially if you're not going for the medals and like the collectibles, and you could beat this game in like 50 minutes. It's a very short game. A lot of levels aren't too long to beat. And so, it's a very, very short game. And although I did say that it can get a little bit frustrating in terms of controls and some of the levels, it's not all that of a hard game. There are some instances I think that this game is pretty easy. And here is what the first boss of the game, who is ridiculously easy. So overall, my experience with this game, I had a lot of fun. And the reason I got so hooked into this was because I played the sequel many years ago, Donkey Kong Jungle Climber, which I think is way better than this game. It's not only a lot longer, they refined a lot of the mechanics that was in the first game. So Jungle Climber is definitely a lot better, although it's actually, if I remember, a lot more frustrating than this game. I find this game to be a tad bit funner and a little bit more easier to play. So, do I recommend this game? Yes and no. If you are a fan of Donkey Kong, then yes, I will recommend it. But if you're a fan of Donkey Kong and you don't like what you're seeing, and you find that the controls are pretty iffy, then sit this one out. Overall, I think it's a decent game. It has its problems, obviously, but I don't think it's a bad game. If you find this game cheap, I recommend picking it up. So anyways, guys, this is Videogamelover58. I'll see you guys on my next review. Peace.